Hey, good morning, Bill.
Big comeback for Proctor as they won a very much-needed game on Saturday.
Yeah, the response they had being down 10-0 in the fourth quarter was they made a statement. I mean, obviously, this was a must-win for them if they wanted to stay in playoff contention. And down 10-0 in the second half, and not being able to capitalize on some long drives, and then all of a sudden, I mean, un-Proctor-like, they've been known for being big play offense and, a quick strike offense, and here they go on a 19-play, 80-yard drive that took like 10.5 minutes, over 10.5 minutes, all on the ground. They just ground it out, and Jamarius Morgan scored the game-winning touchdown with a little over a minute left, and they survived. They beat Liverpool 14-10, and they're still in Double-A playoff contention, although I can tell you they have two very difficult games at Auburn and at Cicero North Syracuse. But as far as Senior Day celebration, you would have thought they were headed to the Carrier Dome Finals on Saturday, the way they reacted after that game, and rightly so, because I'll tell you, Bill, their defense, I called it much maligned, and I'm one of the ones that maligned it, I think, but it's because they haven't really been able to stop people, and Saturday they really did. The field goal they gave up was a result of a pass interference call that was, I would say, questionable, but either way, it shortened the field for them, and another turnover, a fumble, led to Liverpool's touchdown and gave them a 10-0 lead. But the way the Raiders reacted, I think, is a good sign for the program and their defense. The two linebackers are getting better and better, Landon Johnson and Ruben Checo. I can't say enough about the progress that they've made defensively. So, hey, they've still got a chance here, and they're just so talented. I really thought this was going to be their year. So, and they're not out of it yet. So,
all right.
That was a must-win, and they came through.
Well, we're certainly getting down. We're getting down to the wire here now. Believe it or not, as we head into October. The B, C, and D. It seems like the picture seems to be a little clearer.
Well, not really. In Class A, it's clear because Whitesboro just clinched another league title with the 16-0 win over a very good Carthage team. Friday night was a little sloppy, and that plays right into Whitesboro's hands, I think. Carthage has some speed, a good tailback, but it was a slow track on Friday night, and Whitesboro's defense just was so solid. I think I've mentioned him before, but the nose guard, Trevor Sleezer, number 53. If you don't know him, you should, because he just wreaks havoc in the middle. And to me, Whitesboro's got some of the best linebackers around, and Matt Parkinson, Mark Eberle, Mike Sarasulo, the great running back as well. And they just dominated, and they're on a roll. They've got two more games, one a non-leaguer against Central Square, and then they finish up at home against New Hartford in the rivalry game. But Whitesboro's on a roll. Class A is pretty cut and dried. It looks like it's Whitesboro and East Syracuse Manoa again, the favorites, the prohibitive favorites by far. Now, Class D is where it's very, very interesting, and I can't wait for the next 2 weekends here, Bill, because I haven't seen Dodgeville since week 1 or week 2 at Westmoreland, and they're on a roll, undefeated, but of course, so is Frankfort Schuyler, and West Canada Valley's only got one loss, a really tight loss to Frankfort. And these next two Saturdays, let's just say the cream's going to rise to the top in Class D, because this coming Saturday, it's Dowsville at West Canada in what they call the Bardo Hill game. They're neighbors, Class D neighbors, and really big, heated rivalry there. And then the following Saturday in the last regular season game, say if Dowsville wins at West Canada, it'll be most likely be unbeaten Dowsville against unbeaten Frankfort Schuyler in Dowsville on the last Saturday of the regular season. Wow. So I'm looking forward to these next two Saturdays.
Now, is it possible they both of them could make it into the playoffs?
Oh my God, all three of them could.
Okay,
because there's only two. There's only two Class D divisions, and I believe the top four in each one. I'm sure it is the top four in each one goes.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're going to see Dowsville, Frankfort, and West Canada in the playoffs. I'd be shocked if any of them does. If any one of those misses the playoffs now, they're just too good. Those three on our side of Section 3. On the other side, you've got some good Class D programs as well. Onondaga's undefeated. Sandy Creek has lost a couple, but they're defending champions. They're still very good. Watertown, Immaculate Heart, Central IHC is good this year too. So Class D is going to be very, very interesting, right down to the last regular season game.
Right. And listen, it has always been a little tough to follow in terms of predicting. You have those preseason predictions, and they never seem to come true. But you do have those teams that, like the Dowsvilles and West Canadas, that really every year, Whitesboro, same thing, every year just come back and seem to be strong.
You're right. And, this year it's good that all of a sudden another Valley team, Frankfort Schuyler, is very, very good. And, people forget Jeff Legate's the coach there, does a great job. He's been around forever. There's Tom Shane at Whitesboro, and then I think he's the dean of Section 3 football coaches right now. But the next closest would be Jeff Legate. I think he's been there. I'm not exactly sure. Around 20 years, and his defensive coordinator Ron Gatto's been with him for almost every year. So, and right now they just got the Irons, Ethan Irons and John Irons, the cousins, and two great running backs in Joe Streeter and Nick Menino. Got a great thunder and lightning type combination there, and I'm looking forward to seeing them again. I've only seen them once, and I won't see them again until the last regular season game at Dowsville, and that'll be a great one.
That's going to be a biggie. All right, Ron, we appreciate it. Thanks so much. Of course,
all right, have a great day.
You can read all about it in the Utica Observer Dispatch with Ron Moshier. Thanks.